Why you shouldn't chase love. The ache of one-sided love. There's a moment you never forget. The moment you realize they were never really yours. Not in the way you hoped. Not in the way you stayed up late imagining. You kept trying to be enough, trying to say the right thing, trying to read between the silences and fill the spaces they kept leaving. You weren't asking for much, just honesty, consistency, a place in their heart that felt safe. But what you got was confusion, mixed signals, delayed responses, the slow burn of being almost loved, but never fully. You told yourself, if I just love harder, if I just wait a little longer. But the truth, you were chasing someone who didn't want to be caught, and maybe they did care in their way, but it was never the way you deserved. Because real love doesn't make you beg for clarity. Real love doesn't keep you in limbo. Real love meets you in the middle. It doesn't watch you run yourself dry. The problem why we chase love for one reason, because we believe it will complete us. From childhood, we're fed the myth that there's someone out there who will finally make us feel whole. Movies tell us, find the one, and life will finally make sense. So we search, we settle, we shapeshift, we chase. We believe if we can just earn their love, we'll finally silence the insecurity inside us. But that's not love. That's fear wearing perfume. That's abandonment trauma dressed up as romance. And every time we chase, we lose a part of ourselves, bit by bit, until we no longer recognize who we are without them. Think about it. How many times have you stayed up refreshing your phone, waiting for a reply? How many times have you swallowed your needs because you didn't want to scare them away? That's not love. That's self-abandonment. The Stoic truth, what real love is and isn't. The ancient Stoics didn't write love letters. They wrote truths, harsh truths, healing truths. Epictetus once said, "Seek not that events should happen as you will, but let your will be that events should happen as they do, and you shall have peace." Translated, stop wanting people to be what they're not. Love by nature is not control. It's not manipulation. It's not performance. It's presence. It's consistency. It's choice, not chase. The Stoics taught, don't invest your peace in anything outside your control. And love, real love, is not something you control. It either flows freely or it's not meant for you. The high cost of chasing love. Chasing love turns you into a mirror. You reflect what they want. You become who they need. But in the process, you forget yourself. You silence your needs. You overextend. You become easy to take for granted because you're always available, always understanding, always there. And the cruel irony, the more you chase, the less they respect you. Because people don't value what comes at the cost of dignity. You might win their attention, but you'll lose your essence. And when it ends, because it always does, you're left not just heartbroken, but hollow. The power of inner stillness. The Stoics believe peace begins where attachment ends. That doesn't mean you stop loving. It means you stop clinging. It means you stop needing someone else's affection to feel valuable. It means you begin to treat yourself as someone worth staying for. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself in your way of thinking." Imagine that. All the love you seek already exists within you, but you've been outsourcing it to people who don't know how to hold it. What to do instead? Let love meet you, not define you. Here's what the Stoics would tell you to do. Return to your center. Stop spinning around someone else's gravity. Build a life that nourishes you, with or without romantic love. See clearly. If someone's love feels confusing, it's not love. Love brings peace, not puzzles. Clarity, not anxiety. Practice detachment, not from people, but from outcomes. Love people deeply, but hold them lightly. Their presence should be a gift, not a lifeline. Become someone who doesn't need love, but welcomes it. Because the strongest love grows between two whole people, not two broken halves clinging to each other for survival. Stop chasing, start attracting. When you stop chasing, you shift the energy. You go from desperate to dignified, from needy to grounded, from waiting to be loved to already being loved. That shift is everything. You no longer tolerate breadcrumbs. You no longer mistake attention for affection. You no longer beg for a seat at a table you built yourself. You become magnetic, not because you're chasing love, but because you've become love. A Stoic ending: let love find stillness. If love must be chased, it will always stay ahead of you. Real love meets you where you are. It doesn't ask you to run. It walks beside you. The Stoics didn't teach us how to flirt. They taught us how to be free. And freedom begins when you stop asking someone else to fill your soul. Be the calm, be the clarity, be the stillness, and let the right love find you there. Not in your reaching, but in your becoming. If this message spoke to your heart, if you've ever chased someone who never looked back, and if you're ready to return to yourself, then like this video, drop a comment, and share it with someone who needs this reminder. And if you're on a path of healing, growth, and becoming unshakable, subscribe, because here we choose self-worth over self-abandonment.